Thank you for tuning in to Big City Chronicles. Serge here with the wonderful Shannon Farnon. How are you doing today, Shannon?
Well, I'm terrific now with that introduction.
Well, we are delighted with your presence, Shannon. You mean a lot to us, to some of us very personally that grew up with the Super Friends, because you had the honor of playing Wonder Woman for 10 years.
I did. It was fantastic. Super Friends and the challenge of the Super Friends, working with some very, very talented people, all of whom I love dearly, and you kind of get to know after 10 years. Although it was seasonal, so we saw each other every season when we recorded everything. But it was great fun. I mean, for an actor to be able to stretch themselves with other voices is rare. It's the only place you get to do that is in cartoons. Otherwise, all the camera work I've done is pretty straight stuff. Except working with you, of course.
Oh, why, thank you.
Which is a whole new explosion of talent here. I may have a whole new career now that I'm with Blue Boy.
Yep. How does it feel like playing a superhero again, this time the artificial intelligence MAVIS of the Surgemobile?
Your mobile autonomous, help me out,
Vehicle
intelligence system. MAVIS.
That's a good thing we know that.
It was great fun. We did a lot of extemporaneous material and all of it tongue-in-cheek, and reading this man's material is a laugh a minute. And so I just had to be a part of it, and here I am. He invited me.
Well, we're delighted to have you. And, you're not only a superhero, you're of course a superhero, you're of course Wonder Woman to us, but you've had quite an extensive television career, commercials as well. Tell us a little bit more about your acting.
I went into this business in 1964. I majored in it in college. I just decided to do as much breadth within the business as I could, so I've done the voiceover work, commercial work, film work, television work. I've done a lot of looping. I've done print work, print advertising work. I just like to keep busy.
Well, maybe we'll keep you busy as a new superhero, MAVIS, in our wonderful world of Big City.
Okay, I'm for it. I'm ready.
Now, you were with Hanna-Barbera for quite some time, though, not just the Super Friends, but you did some other shows as well, right?
Well, Challenge of the Super Friends, of course. And then there was one other, which was quite fun, which was Valley of the Dinosaurs. But it didn't have a long run. I think we did it maybe 1 or 2 seasons was all. But I do have the DVD.
Yeah. So Hanna-Barbera was good to you?
Yeah. They were good to me. They were good to me, very good to me. Yeah, I liked it, and hopefully they liked me, and then I would go home after the day and go home and do the laundry, just like a regular person instead of a superhero. So that was a humbling experience, to say the least, going home and doing the laundry.
Well, and you had mentioned, you were telling us that sometimes people do recognize you, not just recognize you personally, visually, but recognize your voice as Wonder Woman.
I had a wonderful story to tell you about maybe a year ago, no more. I went into a hotel. It was a birthday gift at the time to stay at this little nice quaint hotel outside of Atascadero. And I'm up there signing into the check-in, and this young woman in her late 20s says, "You sound just like Wonder Woman." Well, you could have knocked me over with a feather. I mean, I've had a lot of people recognize me when I've been traveling, but it's my face, not my voice. And I just stopped in my tracks. I said, "How did you know that?" So it was just a kick.
Now, I think I may have seen you kind of reprise the voice of Wonder Woman. I think Cartoon Network had some sort of vignette commercials and had you come back and do the voice again?
The promos, they were such fun. Actually, it was like working with you with the promos. I mean, we just did these outrageous things, going to the movies, eating popcorn, stepping over each other as super people, and give me some of that, Totally out of character, but great fun. That was a lot of fun.
And that was more recent then, right? Not too many years ago.
No, it was after Turner Cartoon Network bought the show. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. But so you did have a chance to kind of reprise your role as Wonder Woman.
Yes. And then I've done a lot of charity work over the years where like Special Olympics, and Penny Lane was another organization. And people just love to have you around when you've done Wonder Woman. When you're the voice of Wonder Woman, it's like you write your own ticket.
Well, you're certainly welcome in our world.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Not only because of your role as Wonder Woman, but of course now as your new super persona as MAVIS.
As MAVIS. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Shannon. We're so delighted that you spent time with us here. Tune in again, and in the meantime,
make a difference where you can.